Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Bipin7. This is the username you're using at my VoxyPop discussion group for the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, and I'm giving you right now some feedback on the pronunciation post test for the second part of my online TOEFL course. Alright, so let's get started. We don't want to waste any time here. So in terms of your intelligibility score, based on the reading of the 3 paragraphs and the answering of the 3 questions, I'm going to put you at 3.1 out of 7. So you're kind of in the middle intermediate level in terms of your speech. I can understand most of what you're saying, but you have a very, very distracting accent, which sometimes interferes in the meaning of your ideas. Sometimes when you're speaking you leave out words. For example, you said, "My friend explained me." I would say, "My friend explained to me." I think explain is one of those verbs that takes a preposition. So sometimes you omit words. You do have some problems with your tone and also problems with your thought groups and your blending, right? So let's go back to the lessons, and I'm going to give you some recommendations of some lessons that you want to focus on based on your post test. So unfortunately, in terms of your speaking and fluency of American English, you're not there yet. You still got to work on this one, because this will be very tough for you on the TOEFL. Because if you have these problems during the speaking part of the test, you're not going to score very high. Okay, so here are some recommendations of some lessons I think you should focus on. Okay, first of all, take a look at, I'm going to say lesson number 11, the beat versus the bit, I. You still need to practice that particular vowel sound. Also, with your consonant sounds, there's a few in there. I would recommend lesson number 23, the T versus the D consonant. You still need a lot of practice with that one. Also, the R sound, lesson number 18. Right. You still need to practice the R sound a little bit. Also, I would recommend lesson number 14, the V, van, very. You're still having trouble with the V consonant sound. Also, I'm going to say the lesson number 19, the P, the bilabial consonant there, pat. You still need to practice that a little bit. So those are some lessons I definitely would have you review based on the post test that you did. Now in the second part, you're still having trouble with the syllable division and grammatical word endings. For example, there were 2 words in those paragraphs that you read. The one was pierces. It's a ES there, right? Third person singular verb there. So you said pierce, but it's pierces. Another one was the noun circumstances. You said circumstance. So you're not sure when you put ES on the end of a word, you're not sure whether or not you need to create a new syllable, but that's exactly what lessons 26 through 28 are for, to help you understand what those syllable patterns are with grammatical word endings. Also, sentence rhythm, you need a lot of practice, 33 through 35, and then most importantly 36 through 40 intonation. You're not varying your tone at all. You're speaking in a monotone, so you definitely want to work more on your tone. And then also I would recommend lessons number 41 through 44, thought groups and blending. Now you can do things one of 2 ways here. I would love to help you with private tutoring. I'm going to put a link under the YouTube video where you can learn a little bit more about my my private instruction and tutoring with your speaking and your pronunciation, I think that you need more individual help to get you going in the right direction. You're having trouble solving these problems on your own. But anyway, I do have a diagnostic and error correction service for all of the lessons in the second step of my course here, my pronunciation section, right? So I think you need individual instruction here. And remember that I've been teaching since 1994, and I've actually I have worked with a lot of students over the years, and I can and I will help you reduce your accent so you speak more like a native speaker. Anyway, so you know your intelligibility score, you know what lessons you want to focus on right now to get better. And in conclusion to this video, I'll just give you some other basic ideas. Bipin number 7, you got to think outside the box here. You have to do a lot more with your speaking if you want to improve your pronunciation. Watch TV every day. Listen to the radio in English every day. Read newspapers, read magazines, read longer books. All of these things are very, very important. And also, have you ever thought of using YouTube? I mean, I'm talking to you right now, you know, at YouTube, but if you go to YouTube, you can watch videos of music. And in many of the videos, you can see the words to the song, and you can practice singing with the speaker. This is also a good way to work on your pronunciation. Now finally, the last suggestion is, as you're going through these lessons that I just recommended, I want you to read with me. Read with me as I teach you the information in those videos. And this is called tracking, right? And then at the end here, just one last thing, is I highly recommend that you take advantage of my private tutoring service to help you on an individual basis with all of the lessons in the pronunciation part of the course. It's going to be hard work, so don't wait. If you're interested in using the service, make a payment immediately, and then I can start helping you. Remember, it's probably going to take me close to 120 days to get your pronunciation where it needs to be. Sometimes it's not an easily solved problem here. We have to work together over an extended period of time to get you where you're speaking a lot more clearly than you are right now. And the most important thing is never give up. Just keep following my steps, keep following my recommendations, and little by little you will improve your intelligibility of American English.